This is a sort of non-specific weekly status report on all the bikes that are in the shop, just to let you know what's going on. This is still the yellow Norton. I'm working on a yellow Norton, and Kevin's working on a yellow Norton. Kind of cool. I did the sealing of the bolt under here, and it didn't work. Now let's see if you can see the drip. There it is, still there. And there's a tiny little puddle of oil. Now this is, what, 3-4 days on. So we're just going to have to accept that as a fact of life. Sealing the bolt going across there didn't do the job. I still may replace these bolts because one of the commentators on the YouTube channel suggested getting stronger bolts, and there's no reason not to. I'll look into that. All right, the speedometer cable's on. The speedometer sender is on. So that should be working just fine. Still using the old-fashioned rectifier. They work, and the Zener diode, and they work. So we're going to leave that alone and not install a solid-state unit. But today I'm going to go into this charitably referred to as a rat's nest of electrical connectors up here and try to figure out how to simplify it and clean it up some, because it's kind of a mess. Okay, so I'm going to be working on this bike today, later on. And also, as an aside, the really spiffy fuel gauge that came with the bike is unfortunately designed for a negative ground electrical system. So once I get the rest of the parts, all the wires and connectors and adjusters, I'll see if it can be made to work with a positive ground electrical system, and if not, we'll go from there. So right now that's up in the air. Walking over here, the Norton, this is the 75 Norton. The head is still at the machinist, and I have learned over the years one does not pressure one's machinist or one's painter. Let them work at their pace and everything will be wonderful. If you start calling them up and saying, you know, hey, what about? They get touchy. So I'm just waiting on the head to come back, and then I'll put the engine back together. The green Triumph is here. It's supposed to be picked up this week. We'll see what happens with that. It's just sitting, no real problem. The gold and white one, all the parts are here except for the headlight bulb, the new LED headlight bulb. So I'm going to go ahead and work on him next. That'll go up on the lift as soon as this Norton comes down off the lift. So that's where we are. Got one on the lift, one scheduled next, one scheduled as soon as possible, one scheduled to go out as quickly as possible. My bike's sitting idle, and that's the status of the shop right now. So, quiet chaos.